Suppose you're paying monthly for AI or software that writes code. Avoid paying because today I am sharing a complete configuration or setup to access endless free AI models or smart programs. No payment info or commitment required. You can build this custom AI coding workflow or automated system from scratch for exactly $0 in total. Let's walk through the workflow, our sequence of steps. Initially, select an AI gateway, a bridge providing hundreds of free models through one single API or software interface. Next, this robust, open source, or publicly accessible coding assistant operates within your command terminal. Third, I'll demonstrate connecting everything so you can open your terminal, the command window, enter a prompt or text instruction, and start building. This tutorial concludes with your functional AI coding environment, the workspace for building software projects. It's completely free with no hidden strings. First, a warm welcome to newcomers. This channel focuses on free AI tools or intelligent software that help developers build projects. Subscribe and like to help us construct these assemblies or joined parts together. First, we will access the gateway, our network entrance. We are selecting OmniRoute as our gateway, the network's entry point. Navigate to the web address at omniroute.online. Notice the user interface or the visual layout. Access 268 providers via one endpoint, a single connection, with automatic fallback backups bypassing rate limit caps to keep building. You get 268 providers plus over 990 free options. Access 90 plus free providers. The system performs auto-rotation, switching sources once you hit your maximum usage limit. This offers unrestricted coding and total system access. Notice these functions stay uncapped or unlimited, saving up to 95% of your tokens or data units. Start free with all tools using one production-grade, launch-ready endpoint. Examine the features or the specific functions of this software. This gateway, our network entry point, provides many features. Iterate or repeat through each step individually. Review this gateway, the network's entry point. But now, we will proceed with the installation, which means setting up the software. To install, let's visit GitHub, the code storage site. Here is the GitHub link, and I'll also show you their repository or code storage. Notice this repository, the project, has 38,000 stars. Next, we'll start the installation setup. First, the top repository folder. Next, let's begin the Quick Start Setup Guide. Notice the Quick Start section for easy setup. Next, simply copy both of these commands. First, copy this command string or text instructions. Now, switch to the PowerShell terminal. Right-click, then hit Enter. Next, this process will install OmniRoute, your networking software. Ensure Node.js, the engine for running code, is ready before installing OmniRoute. Now, let's install Node.js together. Simply visit the Downloads page to download the installer, the file that starts setup. I've already saved the file locally. Confirm the installation by typing the node version command. Notice the screen shows version 24. Once the OmniRoute software is installed, notice your second command, or instruction, is simply typing OmniRoute to execute or start the program. This system will execute OmniRoute interface for us. Empty the field, paste the OmniRoute command, then enter. Notice how OmniRoute starts the server, a program hosting your site, and provides a localhost URL, your local address. After the server launches, your browser automatically opens the dashboard, the management interface, and asks you to sign in. The system is now requesting your secret login password. The screen shows the default password, meaning the temporary factory code. Duplicate the default factory password, insert the data, and move forward. Update this default password, which is a preset factory code, later on. Update your login credentials or password in these settings. First, update your password or secret code on the home page, the software's main landing screen for all users. Notice that upon connection, The OmniRoute hardware automatically pairs with OpenCode, its factory default software setting. Observe how OpenCode provides free models, which are software systems trained on data. Notice how it links to OpenCode automatically using preset default settings. Integrating a new provider or service source links it to OmniRoute, and I will demonstrate that specific configuration for you shortly. Here is the main landing page. Initially, generate an API key, a unique digital password to connect your service provider, configure client software, and track performance. We must start by creating that key. Let's start by setting up our service providers. Currently, only the OpenCode provider is active. So let's add more service sources. Next, simply locate the icon or symbol. Next, navigate to the provider section. Here we see the providers, which are external services integrated with this platform. Notice this full list of providers, which are the service companies supplying these tools. Next, we'll integrate these providers, or services. While there are 295 providers, meaning service companies, we will focus on free options. Notice the 126 free providers listed here that require no authentication credentials. The 9 service provider works without authentication, meaning identity verification, while all others require logins. Initially, no authentication providers are configured. Notice this provider requires no authentication, meaning no login. Notice how OpenCode is already integrated or connected alongside the MemoCode software. Next, link MemoCode software by adding a user account. Your account is now successfully linked. Next, we will locate the free models, which are digital templates. Our free models require no payment. Notice how free models or AI systems are unavailable. So we added the MemoCode tool. Next, let's return to the free tiers, meaning unpaid plans without login authentication. Now, let's find the search bar. After navigating to OpenCode, activate the Free Only filter to view available models, which are pre-trained AI programs, and you will see them appear here. Now, let us examine this one specific model together. BigPickle runs DeepSeek version 4 flash-free smoothly. Both these models are free. Next, we'll return to the free tiers, or unpaid levels. First, add OpenRouter, a tool connecting different AI or smart computer programs. OpenRouter provides us with access to free models. Check out the OpenRouter Model Hub. Identity verification is required. To handle authentication or secure login, you must first register an account on OpenRouter. Next, copy the OpenRouter API key and paste that unique digital code here. I have already completed registration, or signing up. Head straight to the dashboard. Generate an API key, or password. First, generate an API key, a digital passcode. Copy it. Then, navigate here to establish a connection or software link. Notice how this only requires one API key, your access code. Now, enter the API key, your access code. First, I will copy the API key or unique access code. Paste it here, verify it is valid and working, then finally save these updated software connection settings. Simply set the priority, meaning task importance, and save your progress. Next, we have also successfully connected to OpenRouter, an AI gateway. Next, dismiss the window once 347 models have imported or loaded. Next, let's look for some free alternatives. Scroll down to see models, which are pre-trained software versions. Select the free filter. OpenRouter provides all of these AI models for free. That concludes our look at using these models, or programs. Returning to the main dashboard, you will observe that OpenCode, OpenRouter, and MemoCode, our specialized coding and connectivity tools, are successfully integrated and now fully accessible for your development projects. You'll add each other's profiles, digital identities. Then you include all these. Register or sign up within those. Just head over to the providers. Create accounts with these providers or services. Then link them to establish a connection or bridge. You can simply use anti-gravity modules, the Klein AI Assistant, or GitLab for storing code, plus platforms like OpenCode and KiloCode. I'll simply name this connection or link as NVIDIA. I will also be utilizing this tool now. The software also provides many free models or templates. I'll also copy the NVIDIA API key, your access code. First, navigate to build.nvidia.com, the platform's AI developer hub. First, register your accounts there. Then, locate the API key, your unique access code, and copy it. Verify your phone number, confirming identity, then log in. Now, I'll sign into my account. Once registered, locate your API key, the code that connects software. Next, generate your unique API key, an access password, and copy it. Since the key is already copied, let's create the connection or link. Next, paste the license key or code. Verify and check it. Since it is authenticated, meaning valid, save it. Notice the 102 models imported or brought in. Then close it. Next, I will demonstrate the free models or unpaid software versions. Select the free tier or plan. NVIDIA NIM offers all these AI models for free. I just finished walking you through these 4 service providers. Next, link with any provider by copying the API key, which is a secret code for identification. Like KiloCode, platforms including Kiro, Clang, and GitHub provide free models or software templates. First, sign up for an account. Then, return to OmniRoute to create your connection, which links tools. Returning to the home screen, we'll also see NVIDIA NIM, or microservices used for running AI models. We configured these 4 service providers. Next, let's generate our API key, our digital password. First, navigate to the API key section here to create an API key or digital password for accessing models or smart programs. I will delete my existing key to start fresh. First, we will generate a new API key or digital access code, naming it testing, to successfully finish the creation process. Duplicate this, make a copy, then save it. With your API key saved, let's access the endpoint or server address. We also need the endpoint, the specific path for this base URL address. The local server is now active. This indicates your OmniRoute is now active. Notice the program is now running in our terminal. Now, let's copy this endpoint address. This endpoint, or address, is also needed. Our first step was configuring or setting up our OmniRoute software. We control the service provider, API key code, and endpoint URL. Next, step 2 involves our coding agent, an AI tool that writes software. To start, select OpenCode, KiloCode, Clang, or Claude Code as your AI coding agent. Pick any tool you prefer for your project, but I will use Claude Code, a text-based coding assistant. I've already installed Claude Code, an AI tool. Please install yours. Complete the Claude Code setup, then return. Notice this single command, a text instruction, to install or set up Claude Code on your computer. Use PowerShell, CMD, or Mac terminals. These are text-based command tools. Now that Claude Code, our coding tool, is installed, let's verify the setup. Let's open PowerShell. The Claude Code interface, or workspace, appears after typing the Claude command, or instruction. Simply accept the trust prompt, the permission request, in your terminal, the command window. To watch Claude Code, our AI agent, start executing or running the code. I'll simply exit or close this window. Next, we'll set up our OmniRoute API key or unique password and the endpoint connection address by navigating to the C drive and the users folder. Locate the .claude directory folder. Locate the .claude configuration folder within your installation directory on Mac and Linux. After opening the .claude folder, we will now open settings.json, our configuration file. If the setting.json configuration file is missing from your .claude directory folder, you can create it yourself. So let's open it. After opening, you'll notice I've already configured the app with OpenRouter, our model gateway. Next, let's set it up using OmniRoot. First, let's update the base URL, our main web address, by deleting this current text. We'll use our OmniRoot base URL starting address. First, navigate to the OmniRoot endpoint, or connection address. Copy that link and paste it here. Then we will locate the API key, your security code. Next, paste the copied API key, your unique access code, right here. After pasting that Anthropic API key or access code, leave the box empty, and now choose the Anthropic model version. We will process each individual model in sequence. Input the Anthropic model, our AI engine. This uses the standard Haiku and the third Opus model. We can use this syntax, or coding rules. So let's delete the code. Next, we'll need the model identifiers or names. Next, to choose model names, the AI versions, visit providers, the service hosts, and select free options. After finishing the free setup, navigate to the Configure tab, which holds your saved settings. Then click it. We have now finished configuring these NVIDIA NIM AI tools. For instance, click the OpenRouter hub. Select OpenRouter, the AI gateway, multiple models, or versions. Observe that the model is now ready. With these models, or smart computer programs, let's begin testing. Press this Test button to run a diagnostic, which checks every component. Select Free to evaluate every available model. Notice how this list displays available AI models or smart programs. Notice the green status icons, which show every model is available. Notice how the system benchmarks or tests every individual model. Now we can apply each individual asset or project component sequentially. For example, we might select the enclosure length 3 setting or Poolside Laguna S 2.1 model. Copy just this name to your clipboard or temporary storage. Then paste here. Now, I'll show you this model from OpenRouter, an aggregator working inside the Claude Code terminal. Instead of Sonnet, simply paste the ID for other Claude models, like Fast Haiku or Powerful Opus, to switch AI versions. I will remove this to demonstrate the Poolside Laguna S 2.1 coding assistant. Next, save the file and launch Claude Code, our terminal-based development tool. I launched the integrated built-in terminal. Now, let's also open a directory or folder, specifically the one named AI test. First, open the terminal, a command window, and run Claude Code now. Run Claude Code in a separate terminal, your text-based command window. Notice the Poolside Laguna S 2.1 AI model as we simply type hello. Notice the server returns the response or output immediately. Notice how that greeting came from our first model, an AI program. Now, we must address the primary requirement, our main goal. Sequential processing, or using a one-by-one model, is inefficient because you will hit the rate limit, your capacity. Next, we must build a configuration or system setup that automatically changes these different models. Next, we configure a default failover or automatic backup switch, so the system uses another model if the first fails. We'll utilize these combos or move sequences for that. Perform this combo sequence. Next, we'll merge or combine multiple models. If the primary model fails or experiences high latency, a response delay, the system automatically switches to another. The system toggles to another mode instantly. Now, let's build a combo or sequence and then perform it. To build your combo or action sequence, navigate here and click Create Combo. Follow these steps to create our own combo or combination. Select Create Combo, then name this macro or recorded action sequence. Next, we will designate or set a name like Claude or even Sonnet. I have titled this AI Configuration or Software Setup, Claude Sonnet Combo. Next, assign your preferred identifier or unique name to this input field. Simply input the metadata description and select the free stack layout module. Click Next to move forward now. Once we move on, the second step below is selecting our provider, the company that hosts this digital service. Choose between OpenRouter or NVIDIA. But for this walkthrough, we will pick NVIDIA. First, name this service provider or platform as it's already added. Then let's select which AI models, the specific programs, are free. Let's just explore the interface now. Now scroll through all these entries, or list items, until you locate the NVIDIA name. These represent the official NVIDIA branded models. Next, we'll find a free foundation model, or base AI, from NVIDIA. Third-party or external providers are also supported. Now, let's navigate back to the OmniRoute. Simply start localhost, your computer server. Proceed to the Providers menu, select the configured settings, and you will see the NVIDIA name displayed right here. Next, navigate here to find free models, or digital objects, and test one. Next, we'll identify the available models, which are the pre-built AI programs. With the NVIDIA Google Gemma 431 billion model ready, let's start the configuration by adjusting its settings. First, locate the Gemma 431 billion AI model and click to select this version. Next, we have another model or AI program available that is currently being tested. First, we'll test these various LLMs or AI models to see which are free. Notice this one isn't free and is not configured, meaning the required setup settings aren't active. Another error or system mistake appears here. Another available GPT-OSS or public AI with 120 billion parameters or settings also lets. Next, we will locate the GPT-OSS 120 billion parameter open source model. This open source GPT has 120 billion parameters. This model features 20 billion parameters or settings. Let's also locate that 20 billion figure or total amount here. First, navigate to the Select Name menu to find every free model or 3D object. This stack or software collection now contains 3 individual models. Notice how these 3 models or digital designs are included. Observe these newly integrated assets or digital models successfully completing the process. Simply click the Next button now. Once you click Next, navigate to this interface or screen. In your routing strategy or traffic plan, select Round Robin, a method for cycling requests through servers. To finish setup, proceed to the next. No additional equipment is needed now. In step 3, use Provider 1 to build combos. Notice how we successfully built our combo or set of steps. Now apply the custom combo, our sequence of actions, by copying the unique name we created. Next, we will apply this in the Claude configuration setup. Instead of one AI model or program, we are using this hybrid combination or joined system featuring Claude. I hope this integration or connection works, so I will briefly close the application window now to save. Restart your terminal, the command window, and then simply type Claude. Notice this Claude Sonnet model pairing here. Now just type hello here. Observe the interface or screen displaying the response. Hello, how can I help you today? This specific bundle now includes 3 distinct product models. The system triggers a fallback or backup if the primary model fails. If this attempt fails, the system triggers our third backup option. Import numerous models or AI programs. Include at least 2 or 3 models per combination. Simply navigate here to select from 3 to 5 providers or service companies. Always include this when chaining hit combos. Within one configuration or setup, add 3 to 5 providers and any number of AI models. Simply load those models or AI programs to utilize that combination. That concludes our detailed walkthrough of today's topic. I've completed the entire setup process. I have shown you how to access an unlimited AI development environment, or coding workspace, which was our topic. And I hope you learned something today. I have now demonstrated the full hardware configuration, or system. This is only available here. Let's walk through the entire process. We will explore building combos, or linked AI sequences, by taking a single model or engine, then configuring or setting up its internal Claude code and establishing the route which directs data flow. If this tutorial lesson helped, please click the like button for appreciation and leave a supportive, written comment. This engagement or viewer interaction motivates me to produce more of these tutorials. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.